Well, Leo, you're working, you're tired but prepared. You may feel a little defensive, or somebody around you is feeling defensive. There's some decisions being made. It's not like the Seven of Cups where you have a lot of choices, but there's some decisions that are being made, some final decisions and judgments. All right, let's get started. The situation with you is the Queen of Wands. You have so many wands, Queen and King. You very well may be involved with another fire sign. You very well may be. And if you're not, there's definitely a fiery energy there. And this could also be you pulling through the recent past. The Queen of Wands, though, very capable, very prepared, very a strong leader, and communicator. What's really interesting about this reading is he's looking back and she is looking forward. But the fact that they are right next to each other, there's a strong connection here. He is interested in you and you're interested in him. And there's a lot of success here. There's a lot of nice things. And I also say that because of this. There's a lot of nice things, expensive things, nice restaurants and cars. And so I don't know who's doing what, or if you're both just successful, and you are really respect each other because you have built this together, or you've built this on your own and now you're coming together. I see a lot of potential here. You're looking away from each other, and nothing's really wrong. I just think that you're tired. You are tired. You've been working so hard, and this is what's crossing you. So in the past, we have the King of Wands, and I'm looking at this as the energy that is surrounding you and the person that you're with. But it's somebody that's very friendly and ready to get married, or maybe if you are married, it's somebody that's very honorable and honest, and you're just so happy and content with them. And you're like that too. But you're just working so hard, and so I'm feeling that it's kind of driving a little bit of a wedge between you two right now, at least for the month of April. So there could just be one situation. Maybe you're both just so busy at work and there's big contracts moving or big clients coming into town. Something like that is just causing you to do extra work, and you're definitely getting the benefits from it. Without a doubt, you're getting the benefits from it, and you're very successful, or they are, or you are, or you both are. You're just tired. There's a little bit of exhaustion there. And so it's just causing this little wedge, but not to worry. I don't think this is anything to be worried about, because what's underlying the situation is the Justice card. And the Justice card is, it could be legal matters, but it's more of decisions and finality. And, it's like a card of equality, and, it's also a person that's very fair but just not someone that is just forgiving all the time. It's a very just card. It could be, it also can represent somebody in an executive position. And I think that is, you or the person that you're with. You could be interested in somebody at work. I'm not sure, but it's a high level person in terms of career. And this could be you working to get a promotion, in your company. Or if you're an entrepreneur, you're working, but it's driving a wedge in your relationship a little bit. So just keep that in mind. And if you can, even if you are tired, give a little bit of extra energy to that, because one thing, Leo, I know you're good at that, and you're good at reading situations, and you're very good at reading people. So you're probably already picking up on this, divide that's between you two. Now, if you're just dating a bunch of people, you're just working. You're working and you're dating and you are having the time of your life. But I'm not reading that so much. I'm reading that there's somebody significant in your life, or a significant situation, and you're just tired because there's a little bit of a wedge being drawn between you because you're just tired and you're working so hard. And so what's crowning your situation, and I think you're both aware of the situation, because the reason why I say that is because what's crowning the situation is the Seven of Wands. And this is a card of, the word that I always say and think of when I see this card is defense. You're defending yourself. You feel almost like you're being attacked, or they may feel like they're being attacked all the time because they want something, and it's kind of causing a fight. And so you or them are defending. Either you or they are defending themselves, and you could be very well just saying, hey, calm down. I'm working so hard. I'm exhausted. Can we go out next week instead of this week? I know I promised this week, but can we go out next week instead? I would really like to just have a night at home with you, things like that. And they're like, well, you promised. I want to go out. So there's a little bit of defense going on, and there's clearly a little bit of a wedge, but nothing major. Other than here, it could be causing some complacency between you. Again, they're looking away. So, but just in your near future, so try not to be defensive, I guess. If there's a wedge and they're trying to talk to you about it, or if you're trying to talk to them about it, there's some defense and maybe some arguing. But what I'm thinking is that they're pushing you and you're having to be defensive, because you're so good with your words, Leo, and with personalities, that if you're having to talk to them, I don't see that it's going to be a big fight or a big issue, just because you're so charming and you're so such a good communicator that you always are going to be saying the right things. Not to manipulate the situation by any means, but you're very clear in how you communicate, and it's very respected. But in the near future, we have lots of success. You're out in the community. There's people. You're meeting people. You're talking to people. There's lots of nice things. You're going out. And I'm seeing, if you're live somewhere, you're definitely going out to like kind of the nice downtown area. You're going to the nice restaurants. You're going to the nice shopping mall. So whether you or with your significant other are doing this together, but you've worked hard and you deserve to enjoy it. That's what's in your near future. Now, how you're feeling about the situation, Leo, is kind of complacent. Now, this is somebody that has a whole bunch of cups right in front of him or her, and there's more being offered because they've probably worked so hard for it, but you're just tired and you just have kind of stopped caring a little bit and you're being complacent about the situation. So if they're nagging you and you're starting to get frustrated, this is how you're feeling, but try not to feel like this, because it's only going to make the situation worse. Just look at it from a standpoint of, we are working hard and there is just a wedge, and we need to come back together and figure out a way that we are going to be making this work, because we're doing well. Other than that, now how they're seeing this situation, and they very well may be seeing you as kind of a rival. And what's even more funny is if this card's usually following the Page of Cups, then you're rivaling. But I don't think that you're right. It's not. This is following the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups isn't following this card. So, but these two are very closely connected, and it's funny because they're looking away. They're not looking at each other. They're looking away. So I don't think you're rivaling, but there's definitely some contention there, and they are feeling it. Okay. This Page of Wands is feeling it. But it's also this is a very faithful person. He or she is a faithful lover, devoted. They bring good messages, always willing to look at the best of the situation. So they're not rivaling each other, but there's a wedge that's being drawn, and this person is faithful to you and they want you in their life. There's just a little contention there. So you need to figure out a way to spend extra time kind of massaging the situation, and they need to feel loved and you need to feel loved, and no matter how tired you are and how busy you are and how much money's on the table, you have to take time for the ones that you love and spend a little extra quality time. So I think that's all this is right now, is in April, be conscientious of this feeling and of this wedge that's between you, and figure out a way to kind of push that aside and spend some quality time together, because you may very well just need some time together and some good communication between the two of you, not talking about the issue, not getting into fight or talking about the issue. Just let it all go and just spend some good quality time, have some good times, go out and have some really expensive cocktails, or get dressed up and go have drinks, or go to a really nice restaurant, go on a nice date, spend some quality time together, give each other massages, things like that. And now, in your hopes and fears, Leo, is the Star. I mean, what else do I need to say? This is in your hopes and fears position. You're almost afraid that they're going to leave. And you're so hopeful that it's all going to work out, that maybe you're kind of not dealing with the situation and you're just continuing to work hard because you feel that you want them to be impressed by them, so you're working so hard. But don't be afraid. You are still full of hope, but you've got to approach it, and you have to spend quality time together. I know I keep saying that. But there's lots of bright prospects in the future with regard to your time together, and you are both like the same things. You both like doing the same things. You just have to spend more time together, is how I'm reading this. Now, in the outcome card, we have the Emperor, and this is a card of stability and power and protection. It's a very a person that's full of conviction, and this is a fire energy. This is a fire energy, the Emperor. It's full of conviction, not afraid of hard work, full of reason and logic, but not also a great contemplator. It's more like he already is so quick at calculating and so quick at looking at scenarios that he's just more of a decider and a doer, but very stable and firm. It's a very stable and firm energy. So it's a success card. This is a great card for the situation, because you're both so prepared, you're both ready, you're both willing, you're just a little agitated with each other, and fire signs get agitated easily, but we also get over things super quickly. So if you're both fire signs and you're both agitated, tomorrow you won't be. So just spend a little extra time, take care of each other, give love, receive love, and celebrate each other. And don't be afraid of losing. When you start being afraid of losing someone or something, or it shifts the energy in a way that it can make the wedge get bigger between you two and cause you guys to be more divided. So look at this card as you're full of hope, and you're going to give a lot of love and receive a love a way that they need to. Now be careful. You have to understand, and I'm not speaking only to Leos here, but people in general, you have to learn how people want to be loved, and you have to give that type of love. They don't receive love the exact same way that you do. So part of being in a relationship and part of being a lover is learning and understanding what makes them feel loved. Some people like to be told. Some people like to be given gifts. Some people like to be taken out on the town and shown off. And some people like to be wined and dined. Some people feel so loved when they come home and the house is clean. So everybody's different. And so give love, but give it in the right way that they're going to receive it. The Dark Lady. Let me read this before I say anything. Unconscious power and wisdom, rituals, mysteries, and secrets. We may reach the realm of the Dark Lady through grief, through deep surrender, through ecstasy, or through a profound ritual. This card in a reading suggests that it is time to withdraw from the ordinary world to revitalize ourselves through retreat and surrender to the source. Unity of the Song of Ecstasies, that's another card. This is a time of preparation for rebirth, of restoration and regeneration. What is hidden is getting ready to be revealed. Celebrate the passage through the unknown, rich, fertile, hidden realms of the Dark Lady. This is the time in the natural cycle of life when we open ourselves to and receive the inflowing energies. It may also be a time of prophecy, magic, and foretelling of the potentials of the future. A time of self-awareness, self-knowledge, and encounters with the hidden worlds. Meditate, retreat, seek security and inner peace. So while this card looks very dark, it's more of a mysterious card and just honing in your own personal power. And Leo, I think you're already really good at that. I think you're just tired because you've been working so hard and they've been working hard, and you just really need to retreat and spend some quality time together. And maybe you need to do that yourself first. And maybe that's what you're doing a little bit here. You're just taking a little bit of downtime, get back into your core energy and your core power, and kind of get that soul back. Before you have to get that back before you can give. And so I think that's what she's saying is, get back to yourself. Take a little bit of a time out, get back to yourself, and then get ready to love, because there's a lot here. There's a lot here for you and for them.